And we have got fight number 5 now. The very well established and respected Vietnamese fighter Nguyen Van Hải against the also well respected Moon Seong Hyuk. Two high quality fighters. Both fighters respect each other, have been around the sport for a long time, and will display a lot of technique, maturity, poise, and also passion, which has been one of the consistent themes or overarching themes running through all these fights. Passion for country. Vietnam versus Korea and Australia. Or more so, I should say, Korea versus Vietnam and Australia. This is the 5th of 6 fights. Moon Seong Hyuk from Korea versus Nguyen Van Hải. Nguyen Van Hải will look to establish a superior jab with his greater hand speed. And Moon Seong Hyuk, as is the consistent theme for all the fights, will look to win through pressure and toughness. Moon Seong Hyuk in this fight, you'll see already, is a more skilled boxer than the other fighters. Well schooled, very tidy, good footwork, just lacking a little bit of hand speed and firepower, especially when compared to the Vietnamese fighter Nguyen Van Hải, looking very fresh and stylish with the dark back and sides and the bright white top. Good head movement already, especially by Nguyen Van Hải, the Vietnamese fighter. He's looking very relaxed. A little bit of a combination between Roy Jones and Saul Alvarez Canelo. Good glancing left hook there, counter left hook by Nguyen Van Hải, and a beautiful 1-2. The Korean, as they seem to, wears it really well. Indifferent to hard shots, and the shots being thrown are by Vietnamese fighters who punch very hard. I can attest to that. Personal experience, nice head movement, cagey, rangy, and patient is Nguyen Van Hải from Vietnam. The referee breaks him. The first clinch in the 5th fight. Moon Seong Hyuk throws some weird shots. Not consistent with his usual arsenal, given that he's quite a high quality boxer with good, well-educated straight punches and nice tidy hooks. As you see him step in with a leaping, or sort of like a stepping in left hook from his lead hand from the orthodox stance, doesn't land. Nguyen Van Hải really stepping in with authority here. He steps in with that 1-2. Beautiful 1-2 again. He really seems to have got the Korean's range as the Korean stumbles, though not hurt. Beautiful double left hook from the Korean Nguyen Van Hải, from the Vietnamese fighter Nguyen Van Hải. They're starting to find some traction with their punches. Fast, hard, though missing left hook by the Korean. Moon Seong Hyuk looking to keep his hands high, shuffle forward with good head movement, and try to land some clean, sharp, straight punches. But Nguyen Van Hải at this point is just too athletic, with greater timing and faster hands as well as a faster head. It moves effortlessly and gracefully, and it seems to be avoiding all of the punches thus far of Moon Seong Hyuk. Fight number 5 of 6. Beautiful counter right hand over the top by Nguyen Van Hải. Nguyen Van Hải employing some excellent head movements, some unorthodox angles, shooting some really good straight punches, but also launching some left hooks off his left hip as he lands a beautiful left hook there and then avoids a hard winging shot from Moon Seong Hyuk. Moon Seong Hyuk shuffling forward, a little more aggression now, tries to crowd his man, crowding the Vietnamese fighter, but not really landing anything. None of his arsenal landed there. All the landed punches in this round have been primarily, if not strictly, from the Vietnamese fighter Nguyen Van Hải, as they finish very respectfully. Round number 1. Back in the corner, you can see the Vietnamese corner likely telling Nguyen Van Hải that he's fighting wonderfully. A seasoned veteran, in spite of being fresh athletically and physiologically. Nguyen Van Hải is a wonderful fighter. He's fought in the past 2 Victory 8 promotions, and he will fight again in Hanoi. Very exciting, but also seasoned and intelligent fighter. He takes very little damage, and in this fight, as is per usual, he looks to maximize his firepower. He's got great power as well as speed, and he has swept the cards, one would assume, in round number 1 of this fight. As the ring card girl informs us, round number 2 is imminent. You can see a colourful Vietnamese corner encouraging Nguyen Hải probably essentially to do more of what he's done already. More of the same, which is head movement, fast hands, good firepower, and definitely patience as well, which both fighters show. Alongside some respect there as we begin round number 2. They wanted to confirm they'd made contact with the glove touch. Good body jab, nice and long. Good range there by the Korean. Steps in with a sort of slow, workman-like 1-2. Nguyen Hải avoids it. Nguyen Hải looks very dynamic in this fight. You can see the tension in his muscles as he's set to explode. You can also see it with beautiful shifting his weight onto the inside foot, off some deft head movement, and landing a good inside jab that he just misses with the body shot. One of the better combinations by the Korean there. All on the gloves and the arms, but still got himself into a good position. Often Moon Seong Hyuk, the Korean, will bring his feet up in the correct position, which is pretty impressive when you got someone as fast as Nguyen Hải. Nguyen Hải there landing a beautiful body shot. Some counter left hooks by Moon Seong Hyuk. Nothing lands, per usual. Nguyen Hải looking very, very fluid and fast. The 2 Fs at this point, very fast, and again, very fluid. He is displaying a lot of expertise alongside a lot of power as he jogs backwards and bounces and twists and slips out of the way as Moon Seong Hyuk momentarily turns southpaw. Good double left hook to the head and the body by Nguyen Hải, the Vietnamese fighter. Fast jab, another fast jab, reminiscent of somewhere between Floyd Mayweather and Roy Jones Jr. Stands up tall as he pops the fast, tall, high jab. 1-2, the jab lands, the right hand glances over the top of the Korean's head and they touch gloves. Beautiful, fast, whipping jab. Effortless fast jab by Nguyen Hải. And another fast jab, but the Korean slips it, steps inside, smothers him on the ropes, and Nguyen Hải spins off the ropes. He's got the Korean now on the ropes. Lands some beautiful offense, a 3-punch combo, extended to a 4-punch combo by a hard right hand to the body. And you saw that the Korean registered it, hit him sort of on the side, somewhere between the solar plexus and the side of the torso. You see a wide angle. You see some of the other cameramen involved in this production. Nguyen Hải showing great head movement, some lateral movement as well, some firepower, and a bit of a shaky angle. Not sure if that's a knockdown, and the referee rules not a knockdown. Nguyen Hải covering up on the ropes as the Korean looks to exact some revenge. Nguyen Hải behind that fast pumping jab. Referee no problem, Korean no problem. Good left hook to the body. And that ends round number 2. Really good round, especially for the Vietnamese fighter. Nguyen Hải showing really good range there. Not just punching range and distance, but diversity. Expansive toolkit. Beautiful body shots. Beautiful double left hooks punctuated by hard left hooks to the body. Good, fast, snapping jab thrown with impunity. Really brought his right foot up and stepped through with some great 1-2s, as did the Korean. Moon Seong Hyuk threw a couple of good shots in that round and put himself in good position, but was unfortunately countered by the vastly superior athlete in Nguyen Hải. We wait for round number 3. Good fight. Nguyen Hải showing firepower, speed, a lot of athleticism, but also a lot of wrinkles. He's showing a really well-educated boxing background. But that's not to say that Moon Seong Hyuk is not as well. High pedigree or high caliber Korean boxer, tidy, respectful, sticks to the fundamentals, seldom off balance, has a good chin, tough like all the Koreans have shown tonight and all the Koreans have shown historically. As we begin round number 3. 2 rounds in the books, both to the Vietnamese fighter. Round number 3 starts with a fast jab by Nguyen Hải. Slapping left hook, good jab by the Korean there. Moon Seong Hyuk lands a good jab. First landed punch, caught on the arm. Wow, huge overhand right. You can really see the firepower here, but they're not landing on the chin. We've seen a bit of a pattern here from the Koreans. Very willing to engage, very aggressive, great firepower, but there's a bit of absence RE accuracy. If they could just shorten up their punches on the inside and the outside a little more, they'd be landing detonating bombs on the Koreans' chins instead of winging cuffing shots. Decent offense there by the Koreans. He steps back into the hard right hand left hook, and some good defense also by Nguyen Hải. He shows a little bit of frustration rather, as the Korean slips in the Vietnamese corner on some water. Good decorum there, patience from both fighters. And start, beautiful whipping jab, really fast and accurate, and again by Nguyen Hải. The Korean tries to answer to no such luck. Throws a hard right hand left hook, both avoided by the Vietnamese fighter. Beautiful right uppercut left hook, and marches forward and backs the Korean up. The Korean's clearly very tough and very strong. And this is probably a good indication of the gulf in maturity between the former fight, where we saw Nguyen Hải throw everything, including the kitchen sink, at the Korean zombie Shin So-won, to no real meaningful effect, whereas we see that the clearly powerful, superior athlete again in the Vietnamese is Nguyen Hải, not throwing everything, not wasting shots, patient, moving his head, stepping forwards, stepping backwards, establishing a punishing and really, really exciting jab. You don't know when it's going to come like that, but it almost always lands flush. Beautiful step in, left hook, straight right hand, left uppercut, and they land, especially the last punch, the left uppercut. But showing the maturity that Nguyen Hải has, he doesn't follow up and exhaust his resources. Instead, he opts for some rolling, some slipping, and some head movement. Beautiful body shots there. And ironically, a little bit a la James Toney, Nguyen Hải quite dangerous on the ropes and throws the body shots. We might even see some here. The referee breaks them up. They respectfully obey the referee. Nice little combination there. Just not enough firepower by the Korean, by Moon Seong Hyuk. Good selection of punches to the head and the body, straights and hooks. But as you can see there, the firepower belongs to Nguyen Hải. He looks loose, cerebral, fluid, focused, and a little bit spiteful. He's an intelligent fighter, Nguyen Hải, but he also looks to knock opponents out, and he'll be looking to knock his Korean foe out in this fight. But whether he can do it or not, given the integrity, the stamina, and just the toughness of Moon Seong Hyuk, whether he can achieve that is a different question. We'll find out. Good fight thus far. There's been a clear winner in each of the rounds, but it's been competitive. And while Moon Seong Hyuk from Korea looks to athletically be the inferior fighter by a distinct margin, he's showing maturity, patience, poise, as we see Lim Song on the camera. One of the founders of the VSB boxing gym, one of the architects of the Victory 8 series of fight promotions. Very exciting, bringing very exciting international fights to Vietnam. To Ho Chi Minh thus far in each of the two Victory 8 fighting promotions. And in October, we'll see Victory 8 travel along with a host of international fighters to Hanoi for a historical and again landmark event. As we start round number 4, Moon Seong Hyuk behind the jab. Nguyen Hải slowly inching backwards with respect and good hand movement. He starts to, or looks to land and mount some offense. Still content to slip slide. There he is, stepping in hard with a 1-2. Korean's feet are tangled up. That was not based off impact, just based off feet tangled in the ropes. Nguyen Hải from a hard left hook off of a missed right uppercut. A lot of power in this guy. You can just see he looks so strong, Nguyen Hải. Also respectful there. As they break, Nguyen Hải probably launch back in with another 1-2 or 1-2 left hook. Instead, it's Moon Seong Hyuk, the Korean, who shows a little bit of disdain. For the Korean, does Nguyen Hải. Pops the fast jab, does the Vietnamese fighter. And a beautiful left hook, stepping in hard right hand. Maybe looking to implement some hard authoritative power shots. He throws some really hard right hooks to the body as well as the left hooks to the body. Maybe one of them landed. Moon Seong Hyuk looks a little bit winded. Beautiful body shot again. No, Moon Seong Hyuk takes it smoothly, looks to try to operate, get a little bit of offense going on the inside. Clearly the weaker, much less stronger fighter, though he does land a good right hand up on the top of Nguyen Van Hai's skull. Nguyen Van Hai can really just effectively throw around the Korean fighter. Whenever they're in a clinch, Nguyen Van Hai moves the whole body of the Korean fighter. You can see it in the muscle tone, the definition. Moon Seong Hyuk is clearly a strong fighter, but he is definitely overmatched by the timing there we see, but also the class, the finesse, the hand speed, and the strength. As we see a couple of beautiful counters by Nguyen Van Hai. Again, there's a constant pattern from the Koreans, impervious to punishment. Very impressive. Not best, not ideal to wear a lot of punches to the face and the body, but still very impressive. As we see there, Moon Seong Hyuk weather a barrage of punches from Nguyen Van Hai, and to no real ill effect. Nguyen Van Hai showing his age, maturity, patience, going back onto the back foot, opting for the head movement and the patience as opposed to the firepower and the exhaustion of energy. As we end round number 4 of fight number 5, this is the co-main event. Two accomplished boxers in Moon Seong Hyuk and Nguyen Van Hai. We are entering the 5th round. Very exciting fight. And we're going to cross now to Manuka McCulloch, a very esteemed kickboxer. What do you think thus far of the event and the display from the fighters, Manuka?
Impressive display by both countries. Superior skills clearly belong to the Vietnamese. Gutsy effort nevertheless by the Koreans.
I couldn't agree more. Thank you. That was Manuka McCulloch, very talented kickboxer based out of Australia who's been watching this whole event. That was indeed Manuka McCulloch. And we are waiting for the beginning of round number 5 of the 5th fight. Nguyen Van Hai from Vietnam versus Moon Seong Hyuk, the game, tidy, well-accomplished boxer from Korea. Vietnam and Australia versus Korea. Moon Seong Hyuk versus Nguyen Van Hai. They touch gloves to begin round number 5. Nguyen Van Hai starting his head movement, shifting from side to side with superior athleticism. As Moon Seong Hyuk gets busy and puts Nguyen Van Hai up against the ropes, they trade punches. Thus far, the Korean gets the better of it. Nice. Looks like at this point, from this vantage point, Nguyen Seong Hyuk is spun into a southpaw stance. Let's see. Back in orthodox. Beautiful 1-2 there. Left hook, right hand. Straight right hand by Nguyen Van Hai. The Korean quarter butt on the gloves. Tries to get busy on the inside. A little bit of roughhousing from both fighters on the inside. Always good to see. You want to see some energy, some aggression in the fights as you see pummeling the body, the sides. You see the Vietnamese fighter Nguyen Van Hai landing some crippling body shots and landing another good left hook. Really mean some hard shots there. The Korean obviously clearly very tough. There we go, down again. Not so much strictly from the punches, also from the weight of Nguyen Van Hai and getting himself, the Korean, in awkward positions. He should keep his back up and his knees bent when fighting on the inside, as opposed to knees straight, back bent. Good, beautiful, fast whipping jab in round number 5 by the Vietnamese fighter Nguyen Van Hai. And the Korean looks set and focused, trying to give some back. Nguyen Van Hai throws a couple of uppercuts, nothing landed. Slips the left hook by the Korean, throws a couple of punches, caught on the gloves, lands a good right uppercut, pushes the head down of the Korean. Nice 1-2. They trade a few shots. Nothing really seriously landed as of yet, apart from Nguyen Van Hai's crippling body shots. Nothing to the face thus far. Beautiful 1-2 on the left uppercut. Beautiful right hand. That buckled the knees momentarily of the Korean, who took a couple of steps backwards. And a nice left uppercut, straight right hand by Nguyen Van Hai. Nice little head movement. Beautiful counters now. He's kind of punching, totally relaxed with impunity, with no concern for the Koreans' return punches. They tangle up on the ropes. The referee breaks them. This is round number 5 of fight number 5. You can see the hand speed of the Vietnamese fighter Nguyen Van Hai and the determination and the doggedness of the Korean fighter as he lands a beautiful right hand, a short right hand of the solar plexus, does Nguyen Van Hai, and he's clearly hurt the Korean, who goes down for the first time off a legitimate knockdown. And the referee's calling it a legitimate knockdown. In his corner, the red corner, taking the count, acknowledging that he has been dropped by a beautiful short chopping right uppercut to the solar plexus. Double left hook to the body by the Vietnamese fighter. Lands a nice soft left hook on the jaw. Does the Korean fighter to end round number 5. Exciting finish to what has been an entertaining fight number 5. This is round number 6. Round number 6 coming up. Good fight. I wouldn't call it an evenly contested fight. The athleticism, superior technique and timing has clearly been in favour of the Vietnamese fighter, but the Korean fighter has shown determination, a couple of other D words, doggedness, searching for another D adjective, deviation from protocol with some really abstract punches at times. He's a classic sort of tidy boxer that keeps his hands up and his elbows in, and a couple of times he's switched to southpaw. He's also led with some wide and wild slapping punches, trying to catch Nguyen Van Hai off guard, literally, but it hasn't happened. Nguyen Van Hai too fast, too cagey, superior reflexes, evidently, as you see on the screen in the background, superior firepower. They touch gloves. This is round number 6, 6th and final round. They embrace for a nice hug. Nguyen Van Hai, implored by his Australian and Vietnamese corner, don't win on points. Go for the knockout. Evidently, the Vietnamese fighter is quite hittable, susceptible to body shots, and Nguyen Van Hai's got incredible power in both hands, as you can see in this round. And he looks to really unleash some hard shots. Oh, and he works on the oh wait, you can see it there, literally crumbling doth the Korean fighter. Wilts under the firepower of Nguyen Van Hai, the blonde-haired Vietnamese fighter. And look at him, he's in fantastic shape, like a lion ready to pounce on a gazelle. The Koreans whinging, saying that the shots were low, but they didn't seem low. And Nguyen Van Hai is certainly primarily a clean fighter. So you've got to give... Oh, wow. Beautiful body shot there. Beautiful body shot. That was reminiscent of a certain punch by a certain fighter. I can't quite remember. Very impressive. Beautiful left hook to the body as well. Showing good diversity, going to the head. The solar plexus as well as the sides. It was a left hook to the liver earlier, which probably set up that knockdown. When the referees ruled it a knockdown, it looked more like a slip to me. Nguyen Van Hai marches forward, slips, some sort of left, lands another right hand and another winging, huge right hand and another one. And then sort of steps in with impunity on crouched knees and bombs his Korean opponent, who really looks outgunned here. This could be a stoppage. That is, not a stoppage, but it is a droppage. Moon Seong Hyuk dropped again. That's the third, perhaps the fourth time he's been dropped in this fight. He's been down multiple times, but a couple of them have been from weight. Not so much the weight of the punches, more the body weight. And he looks like he might get dropped again. This fight could be stopped. Nguyen Van Hai just blasting away huge, hard winging shots. Really has no regard for the offense, what's coming back from the Korean. Really looks really outgunned, beaten, and also physically hurt. Does Moon Seong Hyuk. He's still game, strong, courageous. Probably the best word for it. He pours a couple of slow jabs. Nguyen Van Hai indifferently, casually slips them. Has a little bit of tape removed. The Korean says, no, I'm still good, let's go. Let's go. Very courageous people, the Koreans. Nice little left hook. I think at this point Nguyen Van Hai looks very relaxed, content to just pot shot the Korean. The Korean doesn't seem like he can be knocked out in spite of the fact he clearly can be dropped and hurt. They embrace in the center of the ring in what has been a really entertaining co-main event. That was fight number 5, Moon Seong Hyuk versus Nguyen. Impressive fight.
제9기 경기 결과를 발표하도록 하겠습니다. 심판 전원 일치 김현철의 임방하이 승!